The Madaris Mountain Farm, nestled on a remote mountain peak between Boone and Blowing Rock, North Carolina, kissed by the morning sun, bathed in the morning dew. Some of the finest produce in the state of North Carolina are grown by the Madaris Mountain Farm, and today is our first harvest on July 4th, 2025.
Hey y'all, my name's Daisy and I'm from Possum Kingdom, South Carolina. But today we are here at the beautiful Madaris Farm in Boone, North Carolina. And it's a beautiful day here, and we are here today to harvest our very first squash. Now here is our squash that we will be harvesting today. When you're harvesting these squash, you want to wait. You have to be patient and wait until it gets to be just the right size. And I can tell right now that this here squash is the perfect length and the absolute perfect girth that we want to cut. So I'm going to take this knife right here. This is how you do it. You got to cut it off the stalk. There it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Now friends, I can tell just holding this in my hand that this squash is the perfect sweetness waiting for me inside. It's the right amount of tender and firm. That's what you want. Tender and firm. And if you look right up here, look at that tip, there's just a little bit of the juiciness just ready to burst out into my mouth. I can't wait, friends. I can't wait. Hi friends, I'm Daisy. Welcome to the Madaris Farm Kitchen, where today we are going to prepare this first of our harvest, the Madaris Farm. This beautiful squash. Now, there are a lot of school of thought on how you should cut a squash when you're going to cook it. And today we're going to go a little bit off tradition. Now, my sister Fannie Mae, she's very traditional in how she cuts that. And she'd be going like this right here. But I ain't going to do that, and I don't care. So, we're going to take this beautiful squash and we're going to slice it lengthwise. You heard me. We're going to slice it just like this and keep its original beautiful shape. But before we do that, we have to cut this little tip off of here. I hate to do it, but it's just ain't no use to us right now, so we're going to cut that right off. There it goes. Now, we can proceed with cutting it right down the middle. See how we do that? Oh, listen to that sound. Oh, it's so beautiful and crisp. And open it up and look inside. That is just gorgeous. Yes, I think we picked this at just the right time. Friends, this is going to be so delicious. I can't wait. So we're just going to slice a few of them like this. Just like this. I'm going to keep them kind of nice and thick. We don't want them too thin because they'll get a little soggy. We don't want that. We want them to be nice and crisp and firm. Firm, that's what we like. All right, I think that looks about right. Now let me tell you what we're gonna saute this in. This is what I like to use. Don't use that vegetable oil or canola oil or none of that stuff. You want the extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin, yeah. This extra virgin olive oil, it's like, this olive oil has never even got to first base with anybody. Kind of like me before the first time I went to church camp. But now that's a whole nother story. We don't need to go there right now. Pause. Okay, friends, so now the next step in preparing this beautiful squash is I'm going to drizzle just a little bit of this extra virgin olive oil. Remember what I told you about that now. It's very important. Extra virgin olive oil. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit, just drizzle a little bit on there. And then I like to use my hands. See, I like to rub it. I just love the feel of this in my hands. Oh, and it's so beautiful. I love the shape of this squash. See, this is why I like to cut it this way. I don't know what it is about that shape, but I just love it. I love it. And it makes me want to eat it even more. It really, truly does. All right, now I need to wipe my hands a little bit here, and then we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt and pepper on there. You know, we don't want much more than that because we want to taste the true beauty of our bounty here. So we're going to just sprinkle a little bit of salt on here, not much, just a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to grind us some pepper. I like to use a grinder. I just think the pepper tastes so much better that way. You can just grind it a little bit like that. We're going to start with the bottom and work our way up. That's the way I like to do it, is start at the bottom and work my way up. You know what I mean? I just think it makes it for a much better experience that way. So there we go. We got our bottoms done. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Now we'll do the top. Okay, just not too much. Now I have already prepared this pan. Should be nice and hot. Looks like it's ready for the squash to enter. So take that on there. We're only going to do one little side at a time. Put that on there. Just doing one side with salt and peppers enough. I really want to taste this, just the essence of this beautiful squash without interference from anything, too many flavors. We don't want too many flavors here. Here we go. So we're just going to let that go for a few minutes. Not too long.
Action.
Now we've been sauteing these squash for a few minutes. And you can see they're getting a little crispy here. A little bit of brownness. That's beautiful. We don't want to let them stay on here too long because they'll just get soggy and limp, and nobody wants a soggy, limp squash in their mouth. At least I don't. And I think they're just about ready to take these off. Farmer Richard would be so proud. I can't wait to show him the results of this beautiful farming.
Action.
Friends, here is our beautiful squash. The first of the harvest here at the Madaris Farm. And it turned out so beautiful. And it smells so rich. I can't wait to put it in my mouth, taste it. Now you'll notice this beautiful, this is basil. And Farmer Richard's wife, Miss Jennifer, is clever. She is just as clever as he is, if not more so. And she planted a beautiful herb garden and put this basil, and I thought, what a great addition that would be to Farmer Richard's squash. So I sprinkled a little bit of that on there. I can't wait to taste the mingling of those two items. So let's just get right in there and do it. I'm just gonna pick it up with my hand because that's what I like to do. I like to handle them with my hand. Oh, look at that. Perfect. It's still got enough crispness. This is gonna be so wonderful and delicious. Oh my God. That's the best damn squash I think I've ever eaten in my life. And I'm a country farm girl myself. But Farmer Richard, got a little bit spilling down my chin. You did a great job. We are all so proud to be part of this. I know y'all want some, friends, don't you? Y'all want some of this squash. I don't blame you. Because that's so delicious. As my sister Fannie Mae likes to say, that make your tongue want to slap you in the face. It's so good. So if you want some of this, as Farmer Richard likes to say, don't be dumb, come get you some.